What's up, YouTube? It's your boy D Skills in the building. Back with y'all with another adventure on this 2018 Kia Forte. You heard me? I'm about to show y'all how to change this crankshaft position sensor. You know what I'm talking about? So look, this is a little easy job right here. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you know, I already took the cover off. So what you do is, you got this cover right here, which is going to be underneath your car. And you have 8 bolts, okay? So you got one right here. That's number 2. That's number 3. That's number 4. That's number 5. And number 6, and number 7, and that's number 8. That's where all your 8 bolts gonna be located at to take the thing down. So after you take those 8 bolts off, you're gonna have 2 of those plastic pin clamps or whatever. And you're gonna have one right here, and the other one is gonna be right here. You gotta take those off, and once you take all that off, then you can drop the bottom cover so you can access everything underneath the motor. So what I'm about to change is this right here, which is the crankshaft position sensor. So you can take and disconnect right here. But first of all, before you do all that, you want to disconnect your battery, the positive terminal, first of all. And then you get this cover off, and then you want to take this here, which is the plug for your sensor, and you just pinch it and pull it out. It's that easy. Pinch that little clamp right there. Pinch that and pull it out. Slides right off. You can do it with one hand. You don't need two. And then you would have to take and probably pinch this, take this off. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Pinch that on this side. Take this right here, and you have to pinch those two, and then you'll be able to push it out. Or you could use some needle nose pliers, whichever works best for you. And for all those screws that I told you about that you got to take off for the cover, it's going to be with a 10mm socket, which I have right here. 10mm socket. You're going to use that with your ratchet. And for this, you're going to use a 10mm socket as well. Comes out real simple. Probably be easier than changing spark plugs. Let's see. So the reason why I'm changing this here is because I was getting a code reading, and my car kept cutting off at red lights and stuff. Ooh, that looks bad. You got oil on that thing. Let's see. Let's see, how does this part come off? Maybe you just slide it off. look like something that just slides off right here. Might be something else you got to pinch and pull. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so for this part of the process, I needed 2 hands. So what you're gonna need is like a flathead screwdriver, and I'm using one of these tools that you use for, you know, fixing flats and stuff like that. So I mean, it worked. Okay, this worked. But you can use a flathead screwdriver, and what you have to do is, let's see if I could get a little closer to it. Okay, right here, right there. Okay, they have a little part where you stick the flathead screwdriver right up in that hole, and what they have is like a little latch in there, and you have to push down with the flathead, and then you have to push it forward, push it up. So I already took it off. So once you put the screwdriver in there, and with both hands, you're gonna take it, and while you're pushing in there with the screwdriver, you're gonna push this up like that in a way, and that's how that comes out. See? Let me see if I get a little closer to it. It's right there. Right there. See, I got the little pinhole right there. That's what it connects to. So that's what you're gonna push out. You're gonna push this little piece right here. That's what's going inside that little hole. So you're gonna push this flathead screwdriver right up in there, and it's gonna push this down. It's gonna push this piece down right here, and then you'll be able to push it out. Okay, so this sensor here, it got Earl on it. I mean, it looks like it's pretty worn out, so it's about that time to change it, you know. And I got the new one right here in this bag. Take this out. Give me a second. So that's where it plugs up into, right in that hole. So you can see all of the teeth inside there, and that's where the screw goes at. So I seen somebody with a video, and what they did was they put a little bit of grease around the O-ring or whatever. So I'm gonna just take some of this grease off of this cylinder, just to put a little bit around the O-ring. So it won't be so dry when you're putting it back in. So I just put a little bit of grease around there. Put this back in here. That goes in there. Then you screw that down. And this part here is gonna go back right there. So what I had to do was kind of pull it down a little bit, so let's see, you might be able to put this back on here. It should be just slide right back on. There we go. Slide that back on like that, and you can always adjust it if you want to. Clamp this back in. Like that. And you're gonna put this back in right in that little hole right there. Plug that back in like that. Let's see. Yeah, make sure you put this in the right way, like that. And then, let's see, where's my screw for that? It should be right here. Put your screw back in. It should be good to go. Let's see. Should be able to get it started with your hand first, and then the rest with the wrench. And don't forget, you're going to be using a 10mm socket wrench, and you're going to need extension, a little short extension for this part. Yep. You don't tighten it up too much, just enough to where, you know, you can't turn it no more. Just put a little torque on it, not too much. So all that's done, and then you just go ahead on and put your cover back on, and then put your battery back, your terminal back on your battery, which I can show y'all in a minute how that goes. And you can use the same 10mm for that too. So you ain't gotta change out sockets. So for your battery, just pull that. Put this back on, like that. 10mm socket. Tighten it back up. And once you tighten it back up, what it does is just crimp this together to make it tight around the battery. And this is the only screw that you got to use to take off the battery. And you got to worry about none of those, just this one. And just make sure that's tight. And you can close this up. Good to go. Oh yeah, it's tight. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for your 2018 Kia Forte, changing the crankshaft position sensor on your car. Y'all have a blessed day, and looking forward to doing another video with y'all soon. Peace out.